I'm Steve, InIT, and I'm a network engineer specialized in network security, automation, and monitoring. And this is the beginning of my network forensics series. This time we're discussing, well, the network forensics series that I'm making right now. So, what is network forensics? Simply put, network forensics is the use of network-based tools and network traffic to detect, analyze, and investigate a technology event. Most typically, network forensics techniques are associated with cybersecurity, but they can also be used for system performance analysis, change validation, as well as auditing and compliance, just to name a few. Now, I'm going to say this up front. I'm going to use generalizations in these videos. I'm also going to skip technologies that are less forensically interesting, at least for now. These videos are written to give relevant and actionable information to the people who are investigating cybersecurity events or planning to do so. As a career network security guy, I think OSPF hijacking is super cool to think about, but it isn't relevant to very common workflows. But if you feel like I missed something important or I messed up, please let me know in the comments. I'm going to make mistakes. No one has infinite competence. No matter how long you spend in forensics or technology in general, you are surrounded by a level of technical depth you cannot be reasonably expected to understand. Don't let your ego keep you from consulting with experts, vendors, or synthesizing your own new knowledge. I'm walking you through the basics, but I can't teach you everything. Nor do you have the time to learn everything. I certainly don't. Do what you can, but remember to reach for the expertise of others when you can't reasonably do it yourself. This diagram is the roadmap for the series. Each bubblet is like a video. I plan on linking this in the description as we move throughout the series. It shows our path through the OSI model on the left, starting with layer 1 towards the top, and moving through the OSI model protocol by protocol. Then we'll dive deeper into different tools and workflows and documentation. I intend to keep this diagram accessible and updated with links to the videos so that you can easily find guidance on technologies and tools and techniques. Speaking of tools, I'm going to try really hard to keep this series focused on open source tools with two caveats. First, I do professional services for ExtraHop, and network forensics is one of our workflows. If I can easily demonstrate something in ExtraHop in a way that adds value, I may do so, but this isn't sponsored or directed in any way by ExtraHop beyond getting approval for what I show or say if I think that needs to be done. Second, there are enterprise-grade tools with capabilities far beyond the open source community, especially around network monitoring. Tap aggregation products from Gigamon, Cisco, Arista, and Ixia come to mind, just to name a few. We likely won't see these, but I will talk about them at a high level. So what gives me the competence to talk about this stuff? First and foremost, knowing the edge of my competence does. Where I don't know something, I either just won't talk about it, or I'll consult experts and authoritative documentation. I do use AI to proofread my video scripts, but not to write them, so any mistakes are my own. Beyond that, I've worked in tech since 2009, with about the last 11 years in IT. I've spent most of that time in network engineering and network security, working my way up from ISP tech support to my role now as a network monitoring senior solutions architect specialized in cybersecurity use cases. I've also certified in a plethora of technologies and cybersecurity credentials if you're into that kind of thing. I built a packet analyzer out of an old Optiplex TCP dump and some bad bash scripts about 10 years ago, and I instantly fell in love with packets. But like I said, I know the edge of my knowledge, and I will freely admit when I don't know something, or if I'm wrong. So let's talk about what you need set up to follow along. First and foremost, you're going to need some basic level of IT training or experience and a basic understanding around data networking and virtualization. I'd say around the CompTIA A+ certification level of knowledge. You'll also need at least a computer with Wireshark installed, preferably a laptop or a VM running Parrot or Kali Linux, but Windows or Mac will work with most of these videos in a pinch. I have a link to VMware Workstation Pro, which is free now for personal use, and Parrot OS in the description, which I'll be using most of the time. I did make a video talking about Parrot and showing how I installed it on ESXi, and ParrotSec has guides for VMware Workstation and VirtualBox and some others on their website. A basic understanding of GitHub and programming may also be useful in case I include any scripts in my walkthroughs. And if I do so, I will only use my own scripts unless I find a source with high trust. I don't want to risk exposing anyone to a compromised or malicious source. And I'll keep any code simple so anyone can use or modify the programs. With that said, I released this intro alongside the prerequisite video and the first instructional video. You should be able to click the on video link or link in the description to start with the first topic, which is before the first packet, physical layer forensics. You can also download VMware Workstation or Parrot below to follow along. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe to stay up to date, and I'll see you in the next one.